for the app demo.
Thank you, Unique. So I'll be going over the app demo. So let me pull up the emulator. All right. So this is our home screen. Here we have 6 buttons. The first button is unit conversion. Once we click that button, it takes you to the second page, which is unit conversion page. In this page, you can see we have the first 6 use cases. So the first use case is convert time, and the second use case is convert length. The third use case is convert mass. The fourth use case is convert temperature. Then the fifth use case is convert pressure. And then the sixth use case is convert force. So since all these use cases are quite similar, I'll be going over just one of them. So I'll be picking time. So let's pick time. So if the user decides to enter calculate without providing any input, so it will pop up an error saying enter value. So the default value for the unit is seconds. You may choose another units by clicking on the drop down button. So you may choose minutes, hours, days, or year. So let me choose minutes, and let me convert 1000 minutes to the other units. So here you can see the output in seconds, minutes, hours, days, and year. And if I want to clear everything up, I can do so by pressing the clear button. So now let me go back to the unit conversion page. So everything in this page is quite similar. So I'll be going over the home page and talking about the use case 7, which is tip and sled. So similarly, like the time conversion, if you hit calculate button without providing any input, you'll get an error which says enter value. So let's say our bill amount is 8,000 and we want to tip 13%, and a number of people are 5. So if you want to split that bill, you just hit calculate and you'll get the total amount, the tips amount, and the splitted amount. And in a case where the user enters the number of people less than 0 or 0, so let's say if that's 0, it will automatically change that to 1 people, because there can't be 0 people. So your total amount will be the same amount for the splitted amount for per person, and the tips amount is here. You can clear everything with the clear button like that. And let's go back to another use case. So use case 8 is calculate the interest. So once you click that button, you go to this page, and similarly, like the other use cases, if you hit calculate, it will show an error, which will say enter value. So let's say our principal is 10,000, and the time is 20 years, and the rate is 12%. And I may choose what type of interest I want to calculate. So if a user wants to calculate the simple interest, he may choose simple interest. You can also choose compound semi-annually or compound annually. So for now, I'll just do the simple interest. And if I hit the calculate button, you'll get the total amount and the total interest. And I can also choose compounded semi-annually. And if I calculate that, you'll get the different results, which is this. And I can also, if the user, our app can only handle up to 100 years. So I have put the limit. So if the user decides to put 200 years, it will pop out an error, which will say time can't be more than 100 years. That goes same for the rate. You can't go over 100 on the rate. So if you choose 120, it will pop out an error saying rate can't exceed 100. And you can clear everything up with the clear button. So let's go back to another use case, which is break-even points. So let's say the fixed cost is 200 and the variable cost is per item is 30 and the revenue is only 20. So if in that case, it pops out an error which says your revenue should be higher than the variable cost. So let's make that 200. And if you hit the calculate, you'll see that you will require 12 units to break even. And same thing, we can clear that up with the clear button. Now let's go back to our home page. and go to another use case, which is calculate APR. So for the APR, same thing. If the user misses one to input the data, so let's say the loan amount is 20,000, term is 12, rate is 3%, and if I hit calculate, you'll see the error on the financial charges line. It will say enter value. So I can enter value to be 250 and hit the calculate button, and you'll get the results of APR, the monthly payment, and the total payment. And similarly, like the interest calculator, our limit for the term is 100 and the rate is also 100. So if I do 300 here, you'll get an error which would say rate should be less than 100. And I can clear everything up with the clear button, go back. And our last use case is calculate loan. In here, you can similarly, you can enter the amount, the term, and the rate, and hit the calculate button, and it will show up the monthly payments and the total interest. And you can clear everything up with the clear button. And just like before, you cannot go over 100 on the term and the rate. And with the clear button, you can clear everything. So that's all for the app demo. And I would like to summarize our presentation. So we went over the project description, the overall design approach, and we showed all the functionality discussed in our project description in our actual app. So with the help of our app, a user can conveniently perform many unit conversions and do some financial calculations even offline. So that is all from me today. And if you have any questions, you may ask.
Yes, I had a question or so. Hey, your app looked pretty good. When did you finish it? I mean, it looks. Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was like completely 2 days ago. But yeah, there was some testing. We were doing. We discussed about the limits of the time years yesterday. So about yesterday, I would say.
Mm-hmm. So you were making changes up till yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no, before the iteration, actually.
Okay.
Friday.
Oh, last Friday. Okay, yeah. All right. Had the team thought about default values too? I mean, you thought about limits. Obviously,
Yeah.
can't go over 100% and that kind of thing. 100% seems a little high on some of those things, but and whether that makes sense or not is another question. But had you given any thought to default values in case the user just chose not to use anything?
For now, no. It will just pop out an error. The only thing that is default is like if the user chooses not to enter anything in the number of people, it will automatically be 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that's default.
Okay, so you're gonna make the user put in everything else.
Yes.
And then give an error in case he doesn't. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you've finally tested this thing, does everybody on the team have an app and tested it to find bugs, or how did you go about testing everything?
So we met actually because not everyone has the Android phone. It's better to test on the phone. I mean, we met with each other, and we tested it individually.
Okay, and then shared your results.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Manahar, do you have any other questions?
No, Professor.
All right. Well, thanks the team. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Instruments. So next team for the day is